And welcome to Co-op Guild. This is Steve. I'm here with the Co-op Corner segment, which is a monthly segment. We cover news of upcoming cooperative games for the month of October. So if you're looking for upcoming games, we'll keep track of that stuff. You come to the right spot. And if there are any publishers or designers out there that want to make sure their game gets included in this list, just email me, message me on the YouTube channel, however you want to reach out to me is fine. Just let me know in advance, and I'll do my best to get it added. So, see lots of friends here today. Hey, Dom. Hey, Tim. Who else is here? Brian. Oh, Tim with an awesome roll. Nice. Hey, Kristen. Nice to see you here. Gopher. Kim's here. Cassie. Darren. Lots of friends. Raphael, oh my goodness. Elaine, Brian, Matt, Victor. Wow. Lots of friends today. Sweet. Let's see about some more games we won't be able to afford. Yeah. I agree, Dom. Yeah. This month is particularly expensive, and there's a lot of really good games coming out. It's gonna be a rough one. It's a rough one this month. So some months, like, there's only a few things to talk about this month. Oh my gosh. There's so much. So I'll do my best to share what information I have. But of course, there's some of these games that I don't have a whole lot of information for at this point in time. But at least there'll be links to all these campaigns in the video description. Go there, find those links to go and hit the notify me or dig into it anymore on your end if you want to find more information about this. So, hey, David, how's it going? Yeah, the word of the month is Berserk. Exactly, Chris. Yeah, we'll get to that right away. So let's just start diving into it. And with our first game that is launching, I've got a bunch of games launching on the 7th, which is next week, Tuesday, if you're watching this live. So the first one to talk about is Uprising is coming back to GameFound, to crowdfunding. If you're familiar with this channel, this should probably not be a surprise to you guys. I absolutely love Uprising. Fantastic game. So this is a big 4X game where you are taking on a fantasy faction with like armies and building cities on this hex map. The map is taken over by these ice flows, basically, and you're trying to get more points at the end of 4 chapters, going up against two different enemies. There's the Legion, which starts from the center, works their ways out, and the Chaos, which works on the way out and starts out and works their way towards the middle. And the cool thing about this game is you're fighting both those enemies at the same time, and they will fight each other, which is really cool. But yeah, you're playing cards, going quests, leveling up. Or not playing cards. You're getting loot, like items, buying items, and going quests. Leveling up your character automatically each turn by getting these feat cards and stuff like that, which each faction has unique heroes and units and abilities and all that stuff. It's a big game. A lot of stuff happening. So this one is coming back to crowdfunding with two main focuses. There is now a true solo mode, which makes me very, very happy. I enjoy this one, but in order to play it solo, you had to dual-hand it, which is doable, but it's a lot. It's a lot to manage. And now there's a solo mode where you choose one faction, you choose 2 different heroes, and it plays really well, honestly, guys. Quick preview, I will be covering this one. I have content in the works. I'm just finishing editing it now, but there'll be a solo playthrough on this channel you guys can check out, and impressions video, and then also do a buyer's guide, because there's a lot to this game and a lot of things trying to figure out what to filter out that's gonna fit your budget the best. So I'll be putting that out as well. It looks like old-fashioned steamer trunk. Yeah, that's one of the other big things about this game, is they're coming out with a all-in storage solution for the whole game plus future content. So this game has acrylic standees. Honestly, the production value is great in this game. So it's going to have space for all the dice, all the hexes, all the units and everything like that in there, all the cards. So it's a big game, and it's nice that's going to fit in one calyx, and nice organized with all these trays and everything. So that is one thing that it's focusing on, is the storage solution and the solo mode. It's the two main things that they're doing for this campaign. Yeah, soon games will sell you a calyx shelf with the game. I know, Tim. I kind of think about games nowadays where it's like, how many calyx shelves is this game going to fill up? It's because it used to be just like, hey, I can fit a box on this shelf and another box on top of that, no problem. Now it's like, well, this game takes up 2 calc shelves. This one takes up only 1. This one takes up 4. Like it's kind of crazy nowadays. So space is at a premium for sure, for sure. But yeah, it is a massive game with tons of units, heroes, and you can see here's the faction board. Actually plays pretty cleanly, honestly. The presentation of the game's easy to understand. There's a lot of variability in the game, like with what enemies pop out, what events come out, what quests go on, and stuff like that. So it feels different every time I play it. So I'm a big fan of this one. Disclaimer for people though, it is one of those games that will like punch in the gut. This can be a punishing game. So if you don't want like a high challenge game, this one might be one to kind of avoid. There's ways of course, adjusting difficulty, but it is one of those games that will tend to lean on that more punching side. But and you have to like dice check it too. So, but I really enjoyed this game. Like I said, I'll have content come out for this in the very near future, so you guys can check it. Take a look at that one. Hey, there's a buddy Colin, yay! So yeah, Colin likes this game too. So fantastic game, big fan of this one. So space and time, who thought there would be a problem? Exactly. Oh yes, and a big enough table to play it. It takes up a lot of space, for sure. There is a faction board. I'm not sure if it's on this somewhere. Yeah, here's the big box here, which is going to be really nice. But there's a faction board that can help organize and free up that space. I'm a big fan of that. I'll talk about it in the buyer's guide, but really nice upgrade for that one. So that is Uprising. Curse of the Empire is coming to GameFound next Tuesday. That's October 7th. So big old campaign. Definitely want to keep your eye on and look into it. So can't take that big of a table. Yeah. I had to get a little creative when we were filming of this one. So, but yeah, I do that for a few games now, I'm not gonna lie. So but it's a big 4X game. Like, and there's not I'm a big sucker for 4X games and I love co-ops, and there's basically 2. I think there's one other 2, I think. I haven't tried it though, but it's basically Voidfall and this. This is what it comes down to for co-op 4X games. Okay, cool. Also, the same date launching, we have Honor's End. So this one I will also be covering. Huge shout out to Mike from One Stop Co-op Shop for me being able to say that phrase, because he's the one that's sent the prototype my way. This is a 1-to-4 player cooperative deck building game with a sort of a campaign going on where as you play through the game, it's got different scenarios in there, and you unlock content and add it to your decks permanently, all that fun stuff. But basically, I say sort of campaign in the sense that like it's very replayable. Like once you unlock everything, you keep playing it in an adventure mode, for example. But in this one, you are working together as these different fighters, trying to take down the 3 different enemies. I read the rulebook of this one. I have yet to play it. My plan is to get something out probably on the day this launches, next week, Tuesday. So there's probably going to be a live stream of this one. Surprise, Kim. Hopefully you're okay with that. To do a 2-player playthrough. Mike was covering this one on What's Up Co-op Shop, so go check out his video for sure. I'm pretty sure he did the solo mode of that one. But this one's really cool. The deck builder, like I said. And the cards have multi-use. Some of them you tuck underneath to trigger abilities. And you will be, of course, getting new cards in the deck, new hero cards and equipment, stuff like that. It seems like it has a nice amount of cooperative ability to trigger. Like some of them are like, whoever's a leader will choose one equipment, and everyone at the table gets that equipment. And the next leader goes, they choose their equipment, and everyone gets that equipment. So a lot of cooperation talk in this one. I suspect, like I said, I haven't played it yet, but this one is looking really cool. Like here's, I said, the campaign mode and adventure modes. It's got both in there. Yeah, and you're tucking cards, playing cards, a lot of cooperative elements in this one. So this one, I'm excited to try this one. I have it upstairs. I need to play it. So thanks, Kim. So is that an October joke? Yeah. Perfect. Got you, Pooh. There you go. Nice, Chris. Yes, it should be. So Honor's End. So this one is coming to Kickstarter. So it looks really cool. Like I said, haven't played it yet, but I'm liking what I see. I read the rulebook a little while ago. So Okay, moving on to more on that same October 7th date. Should be no one's surprise because I've covered this already on the channel. But Battleforge Berserker, getting back to Chris's hint at Berserker's the keyword this month, and that's true because there's 2 games with Berserker in the title launching on the same day. So this is one of them, Battleforge Berserker. Love this game, absolutely love this. But it's by Creative Game Studios. This is a boss battler with a book you open up. And it's all standalone scenario. So you open up a page of the book, you play through the scenario. You're trying to take down the boss. I only played Thor, so the only thing I had to preview, but of course they have different bosses planned, so you can mix and match however you want to do it. Your hero has 2 different forms. You have your normal hero form and then the spirit form. And as you get these fury points, or basically experience, you level up and you can eventually unlock your spirit form, which is like your Super Saiyan mode, and have awesome abilities and get really powerful. The primary thing about this one is the rondel, and you can see a picture of it right here. Very simple but creative way of doing actions. It works really, really well, where the outside of the rondel has symbols indicating what actions you can take, and the number of cubes in that is how powerful that action you take. And as you take that action, you pick up all the cubes and you start putting them one at a time, going clockwise around the rondel. And so you set up other actions in the future. It's very, very cool how that works. Love it. You feel really smart for this one. It's really great. Yeah, Chris played this one at Gen Con. The rondel is really satisfying. It's awesome mechanic. So mechanism. So yeah, this one honestly is the back for me. Like, love this one. So really, yeah, I like watching the Q movement when you took action, whatever it's called. Yeah, the rondel, exactly, Tim. Really, really cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm very much into this one. This is definitely my favorite game that Creative Game Studios has produced so far. So I've played from them. I've only played Dante though, so that's not saying a whole lot. I know who was that? Yeah, Raphael talked about Chronicles of Drunagors. Yeah, so that one I wanted to try, but I haven't tried that one yet. I know I talked to Colin quite a bit about that game. So cool, but yeah. So this one is coming to GameFound by Creative Game Studios. Battleforge Berserker. Yeah, cool miniatures. Definitely one to check out. It's a very, very good game. So, and I've a video already on the channel if you want to take a look at that one. All right, going from one Berserk to the other Berserk, we'll go to Berserk, board game. So this is based upon a manga, I believe. I'm not familiar with the story, so I apologize, guys. I'm sure some people are like, oh my gosh, you haven't read this amazing story? I'm sorry. No, I haven't. So this one, I gotta bring up my notes here 1 second here. So I forget what this one is up ahead. Yeah. So it is a 1 to 5 player campaign, and it's broken up into 11 different adventures, and you can play each adventure standalone, which is really nice. This one is actually, let me scroll down to the bottom because, well, here's a nice picture of it with all the different characters and miniatures you get, but they had a really great explanation of the game towards the bottom of this page. Let me pull it up here 1 second. This is the best way I can describe it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so on your turn, you're going to play 1 or more cards. And as you play the cards, you will be adding up the symbols on the left side. So the cool thing about this, it's almost like those the games where you discard a card to pay for the cost of another card. You kind of do the same thing here. The only difference is you get the stuff in it, but you only get the ability of the last card you played. That's the effect for the whole round, for example. But you get your attack, your dice pool, your movement, and your defense, all that's in there, which is really nice. So you can build up these really fun combos. So you'll be playing that, and then you'll be attacking the bad guys in there, right? Now you might be thinking, well, why not just play all my cards in my deck? And each character has their own unique deck to play. Well, the kicker is, as you do that, you will be gaining fatigue, and as you gain, the more cards you play, the more fatigue you get, which will give you penalties, some of them permanent, like, oh, now I have less defense for the rest of the game, for example. So this seems like a really interesting tug of war, where it's like, ooh, I can play all these cards, get like a ton of dice, ton of abilities, tons of effects, but then I have to worry about, these negative effects I'm racing towards. So looks really cool in that system and how that approached. And the enemies themselves, they have a very simple system to activate and run and attack you and deal you damage, all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, very simple. Here goes, enemies goes, event, and upkeep and rinse and repeat as you play through this campaign. So, looks really nice. Huge fan of them putting together this very nice visual and explanation of the gameplay. I wish more companies did that. Like, really nice, simple way of explaining the game. So, yeah, because that made my job. Oh no, what happened? What happened to my preview? Oh, now it's showing up. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I clicked away and it went away for a second. Okay, whatever, that's fine. Hopefully you guys saw the whole thing there. So Berserk. Yeah, really, really cool. So, don't know anything about the source material. So, but yeah, I started watching the anime on Crunchyroll. Not sure what I feel about it yet. Interesting, yeah. The trick is you have to play Berserk backwards from right to left. Yeah. So, cool. It's too couch for this one. Yeah. Yeah, race for the Marvel Champions. There you go, Yogi. So yeah, that kind of about that too a little bit. So that's Berserk. Guess what? Also, launching on the 7th. So many games launching on the 7th. It's kind of crazy. Okay. We're not done yet, though. We have another game launching on the 7th. Very different theme. I love this theme, though. Mission Amazonia. This is launching on GameFound. This one, I struggled to try to determine what's going on exactly on it. I say that because this is, it's German. It's produced in German language. I know we got a lot of German friends out there, so cool, right? And don't turn away if you're English speaking. The cards themselves have like 1 or 2 sentences on them, and all the translations are in the rulebook. So you can. Sounds like it would be actually if you buy the German copy of this, you probably could still play it. My guess. But from what I can understand of this one, this is a 2 to 4 player deck building campaign game. The whole point of this is you're trying to stop poachers. Is there more pictures on there? Yeah. Going through this campaign game on this map, and you're trying to stop poachers, stop extinction of animals, and deforestation. Like an awesome theme. Love the theme. And the deck building sounds cool too. Like, I'm interested. Like, it sounds like theme is interesting. Deck building, campaign is not something I definitely I kind of avoid nowadays because there's so many campaign games. But this one looks cool. I like what I see here. Also, I don't know why they chose this font color. It's like really hard to read on this backdrop. Yeah, not great, but whatever, it's fine. So hopefully, if you are German speaking, maybe you can help translate and provide a little more information because I would love to hear more about this. Like I said, it's hard to tell, but I think they might be coming back with an English version. I'm not really sure, but regardless, like, hey, really cool theme. Definitely something to keep an eye on. Yeah, it seems a bit amateur. Yeah, I can see that, Dom. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's hard to tell. Like I said, it's hard to tell, but we'll see. I like to share all these I like to share a wide variety of games for you guys. So okay, well, that is all happening on the 7th. So tons of things to look at. Now we'll jump ahead to the week after, the October 14th. We've got a few games launching then. So the first one we'll talk about is Vampire the Masquerade. This is an expansion to that game of Palermo Conspiracies. I cannot speak today. So this is just an expansion, so you need the base game of this one. Cooperative vampire campaign type game, so leveling up, all that fun stuff. Won't get into a whole lot of details here because I've already talked about on the channel in the previous ones, but this also uses the Tuberu system, the electronic version of the game. So it's one of those things to keep in mind that you need to have that system to help to play this game. So I'm guessing if you already have that system, this is already on your radar. So I don't know, there's a whole lot of information I need to go on this one. I feel like, hey, you either have the core game, you can get the expansion, or you have Tuberu and you already know about this. So yeah, that's what it is. So anyway, but that is launching on the 14th. Cool. Okay, let's keep going. We also have another game launching on the 14th. A little game that got some traction, and I'm totally joking when I say that. Elder Scrolls by Chip Theory Games is coming back to GameFound. So they're coming back with Heroes of Tamriel. Don't have any information on this one. I'm sure you guys already do, but it sounds like they're just expanding the world, the heroes, basically taking the same formula they have for the previous launch of the campaign and just adding more to that game. So I don't have to say much about this because if you played the game, you probably already have this in your radar going to instant back it. So another expansion, because this is one of those games that thrives on that variety for sure. So yeah, hype exactly, exactly. Hey, Kristen, so much advertising for Elder Scrolls. Yeah, exactly. So like I said, don't need to share much more about this. So yeah. It goes my October paycheck for Elder Scrolls. Exactly. I didn't think I need to say much about this one. So that's what I'm backing. Yep. Yep. Easy. Right. Like I said, we played the previous one. It's a cool game. We played bit of it on the channel. So if you want to check out that, if you see a really good playthrough, go check out Derek at Kanji Studios. He did a ton of content on this one, basically covering all the different lands and full playthroughs. A really great job on it. So if you're on the fence, go watch his stuff because he'll show you all the details. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff in Elder Scrolls. Do people actually finish campaigns for these gigantic games? Honestly, no, probably not. This one though is nice because it is a shorter campaign. It's only like 3 plays of it. The plays are pretty long, so it's a very replayable campaign. But to your point, would you see everything in the campaign? Probably not. Probably not. We don't talk about finishing campaigns exactly. Yeah, you didn't tease. Yeah, exactly. You can play a campaign in a weekend. So this one is actually very approachable because it's a very quick campaign. But there's just a ton of content. Ton of content. Okay. So, okay, let me get back to my notes. Sorry. Jumping around here, guys, as we go through everything. So, that is Elder Scrolls October 14th. Now, a few days later, another game coming to GameFound probably doesn't needs no introduction because it's by Awakened Realms, and that is B.E.L.O.W. B.E.L.O.W. The Asylum. So, a horror adventure game where you're trapped in this insane asylum, basically, and trying to complete the objectives. The really cool thing about this one is it's got a little bit of that Stranger Things theme in it, in the sense that like in Stranger Things you had like the normal world and then the upside down world, right? A different dimension basically. And so this has the same thing where the asylum, you're in the regular world and there's like a weird dimension asylum side. And in order to traverse the maps, like some areas you can't get to. So you have to go into the other dimension, go across the hall, and then come out of the other dimension to the normal world, and then you get to that space. So really cool system how they're approaching that. I love that mechanism. Very, very cool on that. We're about to play the entire campaign in one stream. Oh, wait. Oh, you're talking about Tiny Epics. Yeah. Not Tiny Epics, sorry. Elder Scrolls. Yep. So, yeah. So this one, like I said, big horror game. I'm not a fan of horror, so this is a pass for me for sure. But I know there's a lot of horror fans out there, and Awakened Realms makes high quality components and art and all that fun stuff. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of people already back in this one. Cool. Below the Asylum. Below is supposed to be a game system, right? So more will follow that mechanics. That I'm not entirely sure, Frodo. I think so. I think that's what the B.E.L.O.W. is, right? I would love that honestly, because you can easily make different dimensions for something that's not the asylum, right? Take the asylum setting out and make an adventure setting and still do it below the jungle or something. Who knows, right? So yeah. Oh god, what's this spookies? Yes, Raphael. Yes. Or so say C. So okay. I listen to podcasts they were talking about what it's done. Oh, cool. Yeah. I think you might be right on that one. So Okay, next one to talk about is launching on the 24th, and this is also horror. Getting it's this one is called Netherwatch, which is where is it? There it is. There it is. Netherwatch. So, really like the concept of this one. So it's a 1 to 4 player game. It plays in about 90 minutes, and in this one you're playing as investigators in this haunted house, haunted mansion, whatever you want to say, and it plays in two different parts. The first part is you're exploring the area and you're trying to discover clues. All the while, this haunt is messing with you. This creature that's out there, and you don't know what it is, which is really interesting. So everyone, it's a cooperative game, but this thing is attacking you or messing with the characters, and you're trying to find enough clues to determine how to engage and defeat this being. And at some point, whatever the monster is will get revealed, and you have the actual confrontation when you have to defeat it. So it's a cool thing where you have to use the deduction skills to try to figure out, ooh, what are its strengths and weaknesses? What type of monster are we facing in this one? How do we build up to engage it? Love that concept. Very, very cool. So, yeah, I think this is fitting for October, right? Too. So more horror stuff. So Netherwatch. Um, yeah, another investigative campaign game. This one actually does the whole approach of like investigating this demon, the different types, definitely catches my interest for sure. Who makes Netherwatch? Let's see. Who is the one? MJ Designs. Oh, this is Hexplorit. That's right. So same creative team as Hexplorit. It's a very clue looking board, yeah. Yes, it's by the Hexplorit team. Yep, Sean got it. So yep. So, in fact, I think that's where I saw the update. I saw the first got my watch because I was following the Hexplorit system, and they announced it. So yeah, looks cool. Looks very very cool. I'm sure Derek's all over this one. He loves horror, and he's a big Hexplorit guy. So yeah, hopefully Derek backs this one because I would love to play it. Cool. Okay. That was Netherwatch, October 24th, 1 to 4 player horror deduction. Now let's get into the end of the month. This one we will be covering. I don't have the prototype yet. I know they're coming, I think, next week or something like that. But this one I'm so excited for. That's Threshold. This is by the same team, Open All Studios, that did Stars of Icarios, Mythwind, and Stone Saga. And also Storyfolds, which just delivered recently. So they're coming back. This is a open world leveling up loot adventure game. So it's ticking all those boxes I like to hear. So a lot of progression in this one. So I'm like I said, don't have a lot of information yet. We will be covering this one on the channel, so you can hang on, and we at some point will be have more to say about it. But like, here's the basic breakdown of it. You start out in a town or a city. You can go out and explore, and then you can choose what you want to do. The cool thing about it is someone could be fighting, someone else could be doing an adventure, and like they could be almost separate entities as you play simultaneously, or you can work together as you deal with a common threat, for example. And you come back after that adventure, and you upgrade, and you keep going, getting loot, leveling up skills. There's a ton of different classes and skills you can get in this one. So yeah, very very cool. I am looking forward to this. And the other thing that makes me excited is ever since Mythwind, they are focusing on this very fast setup and storage system. So like Mythwind takes honestly like 5 minutes to set up. It's ridiculously fast. I expect this one to take longer than that, but regardless, it's gonna be a fast setup and teardown game, which I'm looking forward to. Hope they learn a lot from the last games. Oh, from Hexplorer, guessing. So also interested in this one. Open Hours has really hit it out for me. Not sure what hit it out necessarily means exactly, but yeah, I really like Open Owl stuff. So far, I've enjoyed everything they put out to various different degrees. Storyfold is an excellent system. Not for me though. It is a solo game, and I don't really play much solo. Mythwind I've enjoyed, but that's more of a relaxing game. It's a hard sell for people because of the mostly nebulous goal. You don't really have an ending in that one. Stars of Ikarios is a fun spaceship game. Stone Saga, though, is by far my favorite title I've played from them. That game is fantastic. The whole civilization crafting system is like nothing I've ever seen. Absolutely fantastic. So, yeah. I couldn't enjoy much of Mythwind or Ikarios. Yeah, I would say those are the worst of their lineup so far. So, yes, and there's expansion for Mythwind coming up. I like Mythwind. I like the calm nature of it. I have fun building the characters, but like it's a hard sell for a lot of people. It's a hard sell. But Stone Saga, excellent game, excellent game. I was not expecting to enjoy that game as much as we did. So, but we will be covering that one in the future. I'm going to do a second career. I know, so many good games coming out. This is like I said, this is gonna be a tough month. There's a lot of good games. Okay, I'm not done though. We have more games to talk about. These last ones to discuss, I don't exactly know when they're launching, and they're supposed to be in October, but I don't know when. So more than likely, they're probably going to get delayed, pushed out a little bit. So let's do the first one that I don't have a whole lot of information on. Nope, I don't have that one on here. Okay. Oh no, we'll do this one. We'll do this one. Song of Silveranth. This is a Ryan Lockett game. So if you like Sleeping Gods or Above and Below, another open world adventure game. So like if you, because there's, I'm so happy. I love open world games. I'm loving this trend, but there's so many of them to choose from now. Like, oh, how is this one stack up to this other one? It's gonna be tough to figure out which one is to rank up in there. But yeah, a lot of characters. Exploring over a world map and everything. So Ryan Lockett does all the artwork and everything, dungeon crawl, leveling up. Sounds like each character has their own quest line too, their own story they progress through, which sounds really interesting in this one. So don't have a lot of information on this, but I mean, if you know Ryan Lockett's work, you probably follow this one. He's got quite a few titles underneath his belt. So but yeah, Song of Silveranth is the name of this one. I think it's coming out this month, but I couldn't pinpoint that. Yeah, a lot of narrative is my understanding for this one. Yep, it's a book going through different narrative events and stuff like that, for sure. You'll need a longer date in that case. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Okay. This next one, I think it's coming out in October. I may be wrong, but that is Gone to Gaia. This one I did get the chance to play. This is a 1 or 2 player cooperative roguelike game. The theme is you're in a city and all around you have been these it's been taken over by monsters and creatures around you. I don't remember exactly the details of it from the lore, but basically you don these mech suits and you go out there trying to train yourself. You're kind of like an academy and you're trying to push back these monsters. Actually a really fun game. I was surprised how much I like this one. But basically you've got this board in front of you. You've got all these different tracks you can level up on. And you are triggering abilities in front of you. And in the shared board, the square board, you have all these enemies on there, and where they're facing and where you activate will trigger like how easy it is to hit them or how easy it is for them to hit you back and stuff like that. So it's got this very tactical positioning system built in on top of this roguelike. It came at a blast. She found a combo where I was able to support her in doing something, and she wound up doing like 1 damage to everybody, and I did something to let her do it again, and she basically wiped a whole corner of the board out. It was really, really cool. So a lot of fun ways of approaching the game, and there's puzzle nature in it. Beautiful artwork, and it is a campaign, so you read through the story, you set up the map. As you go through the story, you make some decisions based on decisions. Different cards or characters get unlocked. The characters can die in this game, but then you choose a different character to play as you keep playing through the campaign itself. So, Gone to Gaia. So it's the name of this one. I think it's coming out in October, but I'm not entirely sure of that one. But yeah, this is one with lots of unlocks in a campaign. It sounds like there's infomercials late at night. I can't do this all night before the next minute. That's right. Yeah. Oh, I tell you guys, sometimes prepping for this is it's a lot. There's a lot of games to cover and a lot of information to digest. Okay, that's gone to Gaia. Um, yeah, that's what I have. The only other thing I didn't pull up right now, but is Cosmoctopus, Beyond the Inky Realm. That's an expansion for Cosmoctopus, which is launching maybe October. I'm not really sure. So, okay, whoo, lots of games for this month. So, good luck figuring out what you want to back. A lot of those are expensive ones too. A lot of really great ones. Like I said, we'll be covering a bunch of these on the channel. I can confirm Uprising, Honors End, and Threshold. We will for sure be covering on the channel. Those are confirmed. I don't have Threshold yet, but I've been in contact and I'm on the list, so I know that one's eventually coming. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot happening. Did you go over Berserk for Monolith? We did, Darren. We did. I can bring that back up if you want to talk about it real quick. So, time to rebuild the 401k. I feel you, Greg. So, yep. Yep. So, yeah, 300 super only back 2. Yeah, that's the tough part. It's a tough part. Like, there's a lot of games that I would love to be able to support them back, but financially just don't have the funds to do it. So it makes a tough call. And the problem is, you look around the corner, there's another great game coming up. So it's like it's really, really tough to like manage stuff, and that's why I started putting together this segment anyway, because like I was struggling trying to navigate the space and trying to keep track of everything. Trying to figure out my own budget. So figure if I'm doing that, might as well share with everyone here. So get gonna call us this year. I feel your Brian. So yes, the extension of the house. Yes, storage. Oh yeah, expensive month. So, but if you have any questions on games you saw here, or if you have information that might be useful to people, leave a comment on the YouTube channel. Be nice for other people to see that comment. To help them out, or maybe there's a question I can try to go out and reach out to a designer or a publisher and try to get an answer for you guys. Do my best to figure that out for you guys. So too many games, yeah. Yep, no problem there. There's a lot of games to cover. So I have so many I'm waiting for shipments on. That's really making me decide what I'm excited for by the end of the time that they ship. Yeah, that's an issue that I ran into earlier. I say earlier, like I feel like there's different like development moments in your board game hobby, and one of them is the delayed impact of crowdfunding, in the sense that you get really excited for a game, you go back it, you back another game, and there's this long delay between you getting them, right? And during that long delay, you feel like, oh, I don't have a new game. I want to get a new game. So you go back another one, right? But you already had those games coming. You don't physically see them in front of you or have them in your hands. So you forget about it, right? And then next thing you know, you've got all these games delivering. It's like, oh, what did I do? You know? So sometimes when you're back in game, it's good to like look at like, what do I have coming? And like, is this going to superset those games? I don't know. It's a tough call. Something that everyone has to make a decision for themselves. So so cool. Yeah, read all the rule books. Yeah, I love rule books. I read them all the time. So okay, that's all I have for today for this segment. So like I said, if you're a designer or publisher, want your game out there, reach out to me. I'll do my best to mention them here, assuming it has cooperative play. That's this disclaimer here. This is co-op corner, not just games corner. So that's the big one. If it has other modes of play, that's totally fine. Just needs to be able to support cooperative play. Cool. For the rest of this channel, I don't have any videos scheduled to happen. Uprising you'll see that at some point. So I don't know exactly when that will go live, but that will be popping up on the channel. Like I said, I'm going to try and cover Honors Guard next week as well. And we also have Samaramat. I want to cover that one. That was supposed to be tonight. I pushed off to next week. I need some more. I needed to, with Kim's schedule, didn't have the time to prep for that one appropriately. So I already played the game, but I need time to like set it up and set the scene and everything for that. So that's all I got. If you guys like the topic of content, like and subscribe, help us the most. If we take a step further, we do have a Patreon or Ko-Fi or Coffee, however you say it, if you want to support us there as well. But I would like to thank everyone for watching. We'll see you next time at the Guild. Bye-bye.